I'm back. Rodrance for the Black and White Network. My goodness. I saw this and I couldn't help but laugh out loud. But it does signal something. It signals that maybe, just maybe, the Democrats believe they have found their great white hype. That's right. Gavin Newsom has run a political hit ad on Ron DeSantis. Interesting. That goes to tell you the Democrats were how far out from an election? We haven't even had Republican primaries, and they are terrified of Ron DeSantis already. So the hit pieces and hit jobs have already started, and Gavin Newsom has a new political ad. Now, we will definitely watch this. By the way, this thing's been ratioed straight to Hades. It has. But let's just get to this. And this is something you won't see a lot on this channel. CNN. This is CNN. Gavin Newsom and Ron DeSantis aren't just avatars for the different futures of their party, but they're also separate realities blue and red Americans are living in. Two people of opposing viewpoints looking at the exact same set of facts and coming to a vastly different conclusion. They're both governors, rising stars and speculated soon-to-be presidential candidates building out micro-ideology models in their sunny capitals. In ever-blue California, Newsom, the son of a state appellate judge, has rebooted from his start as a flashy progressive hero around quieter legislation pushes. Meanwhile, in reddening Florida, there's Ron DeSantis, the son of a Nielsen box salesman who in public cleaves less to his 2 Ivy League degrees than to the anti-elitist reactionary politics that have consumed the GOP. Newsom is now going on air against DeSantis in Florida with what he says is not the first ad of 2024 or even 2028 presidential race, with the goal of trying to get Democrats to reclaim a sense of collective identity that could enable them to beat Trumpism in the long term. Okay, so if they're not afraid of DeSantis, which we know they are, we also know, and we've known this, they're scared to death of Donald Trump, without a doubt. So let's watch the ad. It's right here on what we call the YouTube. Let's check this out and see what he says.
It's Independence Day, so let's talk about what's going on in America. Freedom is under attack in your state. Your Republican leaders, they're banning books, making it harder to vote, restricting speech in classrooms, even criminalizing women and doctors. I urge all of you living in Florida to join the fight, or join us in California, where we still believe in freedom. Freedom of speech, freedom to choose, freedom from hate, and the freedom to love. Don't let them take your freedom.
Paid for by Newsom for California Governor 2022.
Wow. It's Independence.
Okay, so, by the way, look at this. 393 likes to over 1,000 dislikes. That's what we call in the YouTube sphere being ratioed straight to Hades. Straight to hell, do not pass go, no speed bumps. That's where you're going. Now, let's look at something here. This is what I seem to remember from last year. Why some Californians are trying to recall Governor Gavin Newsom. And how does the process work? And look, organizers needed just 1.5 million verified signatures to trigger a statewide ballot. The state announced Monday evening it already had 1.626 million. I mean, they got enough signatures basically overnight down there. Now, what the people of California was thinking by not getting Larry Elder in there is beyond me. Who knows what they were thinking? But it's clear those people should stay in California, and those people that agree with that probably should leave Florida and head to California. Absolutely. Okay, so now let's look at this. More than 360,000 people have left California in 2021 in what some are calling, quote, the California Exodus. Many are leaving for states like Texas, Arizona, and Washington. Well, it seems there's reasons for that. New Yorkers and Californians are flocking to the Sunshine State, with Florida reporting the largest year-to-year increase in net migration among all U.S. states. credit Ron DeSantis for that. Now, here's the other thing. Ron DeSantis did not let businesses die in Florida because of COVID. Gavin Newsom did. Florida's private sector over-the-year growth rate has exceeded the nation's for 12 consecutive months since April 2021. Private sector industries gaining the most jobs over the month were professional and business services, gaining 9,400 new jobs, manufacturing 4,500 new jobs. Look, folks. Look, folks. People have been leaving California in droves. This is something that Bill Maher has been very critical of Californian leadership for. Why? Ridiculous mandates and lockdowns when it come to COVID destroyed businesses. People had to jet. Okay. Crime is rampant. People are doing crack and heroin just out in the open in LA and in San Francisco. Okay. Yeah. You want that all over the United States? Absolutely. Gavin Newsom is your guy. We know Ron DeSantis is not going to put up with that crap. By the way, most likely if you commit a crime in LA, you're getting off the hook. If you're the victim, you're screwed. Not in Florida. Not in Texas. Okay? And there's a reason why people are leaving California in droves. And this cat right here is the reason. There's a reason why guys like me who live in Texas, red-ass Texas, actually have considered moving to Florida. And it's because of Ron DeSantis, for crying out loud. He's proactive, not reactive. In California, look, if your car's going through a street and there's a protest going on and they start attacking your car and you accidentally bump a protester, you're probably the one getting fried. In Florida, that state is going to protect you from that. It's absolutely ridiculous. By the way, of course, DeSantis went after Disney, which is from what? Burbank, California? He most famously and recently said, "Don't bring your Burbank politics to my state." I find this hilarious. I find this unbelievably hilarious. Isn't Gavin the same guy that was at a Thanksgiving party where no one was wearing masks while he was enforcing a mask mandate for Californians and shutting down businesses? I mean, come on. This woman, the hands down funniest video ever. I laughed and laughed. Thank you for that. Wow. I visited California last year for the first time. I've never seen so many homeless people in my life. Laugh out loud at Newsom thinking Florida wants to be like Cali. This is amazing new meme material. Thank you, Gavin Newsom. Wow. Wow. I find this hilarious. Begging Floridans to come to California. You've turned that place into a dump that people are fleeing in droves. Your lockdowns, your mandates. People enjoy freedom, Gavin. That is why they're moving to Florida, and that is why so many love DeSantis. I mean, come on. This was a joke. Was this put out there just to gauge and get a feel of how the response would be? That you would fire up Democrats? You've probably literally lost some Democrats because of that guy right there. People that will end up voting red because that guy has stolen their livelihood. That's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy that would actually come out and that he would run it in Florida. There's no other reason for him to do that other than the fact he's got an eye on 2024. And my God, by all means, run this sumbitch in 2024. And he will, as long as there's no shenanigans, he will get the doors blown off of him. How many guys that are Republican do you want to see beat this guy? DeSantis can beat him. Trump can beat him. Rick Scott can beat him. Marco Rubio could beat this guy. Kristi Noem, she would blow the doors off this guy. Should we keep going? Do we want to get Josh Hawley or Tom Cotton involved? Senator Ted Cruz. Hell, even Greg Abbott would run this guy out. This is how shallow the Democrats' bench is for 2024. I present to you Gavin Newsom. Tell me what you think, Black and White Network fans. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Yeah. Come to California and live and leave Florida. Son of a bitch. Black and White Network supporters, make sure you check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. Link in the description. Use promo code USA First, all one word. USA First, all one word. 25% off now.